Hey guys, I've had lots of free time this week. Work was kind of light and it's been bitterly cold outside, so I've had plenty of time to work on this Admiral 24 C16, and I've got the chassis recapped and out of tolerance resistors replaced and so on, so it's time to fire it up for the very first time. If you recall from my series of videos on this 24A12 that this Admiral has a very similar chassis to this guy. Really the only significant difference is this is a 10-inch set and that's a 12-inch set. Here's a picture tube from it. The outer conductive coating is flaking off, unfortunately, but there are some modern products that come in an aerosol can that you can spray on that serve pretty much the same purpose. I don't have any on hand and I've never tried doing it, but I've seen pictures online, so it doesn't look too bad. This picture tube tests out really well, but unfortunately there's an intermittent short on the grid 1 pin, so I haven't actually tried using this in any sets yet. I'm just going to leave it on the side for now. If I need to, there is a remove short feature on one of my picture tube testers, the Suncor CR70. But there could also be a short literally inside of this cap. I may have to unsolder these leads and pull this off. There could be a little bit of metal floating around inside. So, save that for another day. Now here's the actual chassis itself. Unlike the other Admiral I was just showing you, this chassis was all original. No repairs done. It probably hasn't been fired up in 60 years. It was filthy. It was rusty. You can still see there's quite a bit of rust like on this vertical support here. I've removed pretty much all of it from the front of it and one side here. I'll do the rest once I get this set up and running. Basically, I got impatient to see if it worked or not. Like I said, I've recapped it all the electrolytics and so on. You can see some of the new ones, I think, down in here. I've also checked all the tubes. I've got my test CRT in place here. And the power supply and audio amp are just about done. But I figured I would just use the one from the set that I know is good, just to eliminate one variable from the equation, you know, if there's any problems with this set. So here we've got the speaker, power supply and audio amp with this big umbilical cord going to the main TV chassis, with the high voltage generator section, the RF amp, tuner, IF stages, and then the sweep tubes are in the back here. So I think it's time to fire this up. It's got fuses in place and I got it hooked up to a variac. So let's pop this on. I'm going to set it down to 0 volts. I'll turn the set on. Actually, I turn the lights off too, so I can see the tubes a little more easily. I'll start turning this up. Ultra glow. Actually nothing so far, which makes me wonder if this is actually getting power. So I'm going to shut the camera off, take a closer look, see what's going on, take a closer on the problem. Helps if you actually plug this set in. This is one of those cheater cords I've mentioned before. Normally the power connector is attached to the safety shield that covers up this high voltage circuitry, but you can bypass that with one of these cheater cords. Alright, let's try this again. So, power it up. 0 volts. Set on. Lights off. Alright, now I'm getting a glow. That's better. Turn the lights off on the camera. Alright, looks like every tube is lit up. Good sign. Volume up a little. Whoa. Well. Got high voltage, got a picture. Sounding kind of nasty there. I don't really have any stations tuned in or any video source. I just wanted to see if the set would actually power up. I'll hook up an antenna. I also didn't replace any of the tube shields, so that noise could be coming out of the lack of tube shields. I also have the high voltage cage on, and there's a lot of nasty energy shooting around in there, which can get picked up by the audio circuitry. So let me put the high voltage cage back on, and I'll hook up an antenna and see if it works any better. Okay, I put the high voltage box back on. Just attaches with a few 1/4" screws down there and on the sides. There's a cover that slides on where normally the power cord would be. This one's been cut off, so I can't slide it on all the way because I have my cheater cord in where this would normally be. Also some nice labels in the back about the major high voltage. So I'm just going to slide this on as best I can. Fits into some slots on top here. Alright, so there'll be a bit of a gap there, but should help out. I also put all the tube shields back on, so that should also help. And I hooked up an antenna. It's not the greatest antenna, but certainly better than nothing. So, let's see what we get. No buzzing, that's a good sign. Oh, just normal white noise static. Alright, so I got rid of the buzz, it seems like. Now, the only channel I should be able to pick up is channel 6 without using a converter box, and I don't have any labels on these controls, so I'm just going to have to work from memory. Let's see. I think this is 3, so 7. I think this is channel 6. So, nothing so far. Let's see if I tune in something. Turn the volume up a little. Nothing. Ah, maybe this is 6. That looks good. Now it looks better. Alright. Good sound. Or god awful light jazz, but it's sound. Yeah. The sync circuits are all out of whack. There's this dual control here is horizontal and vertical hold. So brightness, that's working fine. Contrast is fine. So you can see there's kind of a picture, which is great because that means the video amp, the IF, the RF, it's all working right. This is just a matter of horizontal and vertical sync. Almost. Oh, it's so close. I can almost even read it. Well, you know, even in spite of this is still far better than I was expecting, considering this set hasn't been turned on in decades. And it was in pretty rough shape compared to the last set I was working on. I try using an HD TV converter box for the heck of it. Maybe just I'm not getting a very good signal with this antenna. So hang on for that.